Today marks the 1-year anniversary of Texas men's tennis winning their first national championship in program history. When you look back at it, what's the great lasting memory from that team in that moment?
Gosh, I thought about that a little bit earlier today. And for me, the lasting memory is knowing that we will have a lasting memory, and especially the players will have a lasting memory and bond that they can share forever. And I think that's what's going to stick with me.
You've had quite an eventful past year and a half, to say the least. Hired as head coach, win a national championship, and now dealing with just an unprecedented season. When you reflect on it, as we've all had time to do right now, just sit and think about things and reflect. What do you make of the journey you've been on at Texas?
Yeah, it's been wild. I've had about every position that you could possibly have with this program, from volunteer to assistant to associate head coach to interim head coach to head coach. And next year I'll be in my third season at UT and will as head coach and still wouldn't have still haven't completed a full season yet. So it's been wild. I really hadn't had too much time to think about it this year because we were busy trying to chase the next championship with this year's team. But obviously now we've got some time on our hands, and with the memories coming back from the anniversary, it's given me some time to think about, in fact, how crazy a ride it has been.
You had players on your team this year from 4 different countries. How is everybody doing? Did they get home safely?
Yeah, everyone's home safely. And in fact, I think most of them got home early enough that they didn't have to quarantine. We did have one player, Chi, who's Canadian, but originally he was from Taiwan. And he did have to go into an at-home quarantine for 2 weeks. But I spoke with him just last night, and he's doing fine now, finishing up exams. And he's got the freedom to be out and about a little bit. So everyone's home now, and they're all doing fine. They're all healthy. They've all found a way to find a tennis court somehow, and they're all finishing up school and practicing a little bit as well.
That's good to hear. Two of your players who were seniors, Christian Sigsgaard and Yuya Ito, do have an extra year now of eligibility if they want to come back next season. What's the latest on their situations?
Yeah, I still don't know, and I don't think they know either. They're in different situations. One of them, Yuya, is about to just graduated, and Christian has got a few more classes to take, and the plan was to take them this summer. But of course, there's a chance now that he might choose to come back and finish them out in the second semester. Yuya is weighing the option of doing graduate work in a master's program. So they don't know. They're still weighing their options. And of course, selfishly, we all want them to come back, but we're going to be really happy for them, whatever they decide, and be fully supportive of them no matter what. But I'm doing my soft recruiting act with them as well.
As I've talked to the coaches throughout the past few months as the pandemic has been going on, I always ask, what are you saying to the players? What's your advice? But my question for you is, how are you handling it? Kind of what's going on in your day-to-day life? How are you getting through it?
You settle into, at least I do, when you have a radical change like that, it kind of freaks you out at first and you don't know what to do with all the extra time you have. But, I find a way to keep myself busy and fill my day. And, there's some recruiting calls and Zoom calls to make with the team. We keep in touch with the team. We're having to tweak our schedule for this coming season because we don't really know what's going to happen. So there's definitely some work to be done, some off the court work to be done. But I'm not going to lie, I've got some extra time on my hands. I know I have a happy dog right now because she's getting a lot of exercise. I'm trying to get myself in better shape. So, I'm definitely one of the lucky ones. I've got an income, I've got health, and all the people I care about are healthy and happy. So, I'm not concerned for myself. I've got an easy job.
Have you picked up any new hobbies, or are you binge watching any shows in particular?
I binge watched a few. I liked Ozarks. That was pretty good. That was pretty good on I forget what station that's on, but I've watched that series, and I have been on the golf course a little bit. A lot of tennis players and tennis coaches are really good golfers, and I never fell into that game too much. I never caught the bug, and I'm pretty bad. But I have gotten out, tried to get on the course now a little more recently that they've started to open up, and just get out there and walk 9 holes occasionally. But other than that, I'm just trying to exercise and play with the dog and try to find creative ways to keep the program moving forward.
Well, Coach, I'm glad to hear you're happy and you're healthy. Stay safe. Great catching up with you.
Thank you. Same to you.